how'd you like working with Terry Taylor?
Uh, I was very excited when I got the call to do the house shows. Slaughter called me, and he said, I need you for some house shows. You're going to be working with Terry Taylor, and I think that Terry was very unhappy with the company and how he was being treated. And this is the time when he was, uh, dare I say, terrible Terry. He wasn't the Red Rooster. It's
Okay.
when they brought it back, or terrific Terry or terrible.
I think terrific, Terry.
Yeah, okay. So he was not very happy with the whole thing because I think he expected a lot more, and it really wasn't happening for him as far as the in ring treatment. They didn't really push him or anything like that. So he was not. He was kind of cynical. He it almost looked to me that he was looking for every little screw up or mistake. And like you were in Boston Gardens, and you're surrounded by a big crowd, so there's a good chance you might mess up a little bit, or wrench that headlock a little too tight. So he was a little cynical. As far as I thought I would enjoy it a lot more, and not that he's not a great guy or anything like that, but I think he was in a very good place then, because my first Raw, um, when the Sarge called me, he said, we're doing this thing called Monday Night Raw. You're from New York, so come work the Monday Night Raw in Manhattan. I said, yeah, I can take the subway over there. It's no problem. And he said, yeah, you'll be working with Terry Taylor again. And then when I went there, I think Terry was already gone, so I worked with Curtis Hughes. That
Okay.
was the very first Raw. A lot of
Okay.
people Luger, and that was Curtis Hughes for the very first Raw at the Manhattan Center. So again, I'm not. I was just disappointed because I thought I would have this great match with Terry Taylor. Because he's always known to be kind of like a fun-loving guy and everything. He's such a tremendous talent. I
Right.
mean, how can you have a bad match with him? But I could tell that he was not very happy with the whole situation. So, I felt like he kind of took it out on me, and didn't make me feel very comfortable or welcome.
We
So,
had this. We had the same experience, Jason. You and I. I worked with Terry on
yeah,
an indie, and I was super excited to work with him. And afterwards, I'm like, man, I wish I didn't work with him because it just wasn't.
yeah,
I don't know, it wasn't fun. And I thought it should have been a lot more fun. And yeah, like I felt like he was just waiting. He was just waiting for something to
there's
happen.
something to
But
happen.
yeah,
Yeah, it was I I yeah, I was surprised and disappointed because
me too, big time.
kind of like nitpicked, oh, you're too, what are you doing over there? You're supposed to be on the right instead of left. And, you're like, almost like, you try to confuse you, so you would,
Jason, we had
it's almost like,
the same experience. He,
purposely up.
so everything we did, he'd tell me grab a headlock, and he
Hmm.
would call these big, long, complicated spots. I'm great at remembering spots, so didn't
Yeah.
bother me at all. He'd call it, and then he'd say, "Grab me a headlock, take me over." So I'd do it. He'd call another spot even longer than the first one,
Yeah.
and then he'd end it with headlock, take me over. The
Yeah.
third time, even long. I mean, I think he
Yeah.
was waiting for me to screw up. And
Yeah.
this time he just said, "Grab a headlock." So we did the
Yeah.
big long spot, this, that, duck, this,
Yeah.
leapfrog, yada yada yada. I grabbed the headlock and I just took him over.
Yeah.
Okay. I
You got,
He goes, he's in the headlock. He goes, I did not tell you to take me over right
yeah.
during the headlock. I'm
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. I
I know.
mean,
Yeah. Something like that, I experienced something like that. So it was like, whatever. But life goes on.
talk to me about your wrestling school coming up.
Wrestling school coming up in Vineland, New Jersey. You know where Vineland is?
Sure.
We have a very nice facility, and it's right next to a martial arts training center. Um, and it's right off the main strip. What is the name of the
It's actually Landis Ave.
Landis Avenue? Yeah, wonderful facility, and of course we're gonna have our ring there, and we're getting all kinds of lighting, and I'm gonna have my gym there to do personal training.
You'll have all the audio, all the
all
video
the
for
all the
TV
audio,
tapings.
video, again, lights, smoke cannons, the whole 9 yards.
We will be doing TV tapings on Saturday nights.
Saturday nights, yeah.
And then we will be doing birthday parties and weddings.
Birthday parties and weddings.
The
Weddings.
people have actually called and asked if we were going to be doing in-ring weddings.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
Jason, a big thing at wrestling school is the ability to run shows. You're going to be running shows from your actual wrestling school, correct?
Yes, we will. Yeah.
So guys are going to get on the job training right off the bat, wrestling in front of live people.
Yeah, ring time, and it's such a wonderful studio type feel.
If people want to learn about the school, if people want to reach you, where can they do that?
Well, pretty much.
They can reach you by telephone. The school's phone number is 570-618-1234. It can also be found on www.impactcentralprowrestlingdojo.com.